get the ball back pretty quickly, right, hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's at the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now Ross to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who...
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 50 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3-19. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Eric Ebron with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 64 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to it and try to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes going to throw. And almost Almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
And the kick by Butker is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing? And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and for them a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on first. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
3 down. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 13 yards on the pickup. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Let's go. Green 39.
Back to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, That's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Eluding the pressure right. Powers ahead at the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And now here comes Kansas City. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
He's back to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Left. Here we go. Green 90.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Point after, right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Butker now to kick this one away. And now here's Ross. Spins by. Fighting through, and he's got space. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it.